Well, the insults and name-calling are escalating tonight in New Hampshire in advance of tomorrow's big primary.
And following a long tradition, voters in 3 tiny towns are actually voting right now. The first people in the state to cast their ballots at midnight Eastern time. Now, let's take a look at what's happening in the most famous of those towns, Dixville Notch, New Hampshire, where a handful of voters gathered tonight to cast their ballots. Dixville Notch has only 12 residents, so we will have results from all 3 towns later in this newscast.
Looks like they're just dropping those first votes in. We'll take a live look at what's happening in Dixville Notch, New Hampshire throughout the evening, where a handful of those voters gathered tonight to cast those ballots. As Lena just mentioned, 12 of them are there right now. We'll have those results from those 3 towns a little later on in this newscast here on KCAL 9.
And KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan joins us now with more on the rising tension on the campaign trail. Dave?
Such a small state, but New Hampshire could have a huge impact on who's going to be running for president in the 2 parties. New Hampshire may very well be the final campaign stop for some of those who do poorly in the primary. And with late polls showing 4 candidates basically tied for second place on the Republican side, the name-calling was off the charts, like this incident at a Donald Trump rally tonight. The leading contender in the New Hampshire presidential primary, Donald Trump, seemed to enjoy it on Monday evening when one of his supporters called out a vulgar term questioning the manhood of one of his opponents, Senator Ted Cruz.
You know what she said? Shout it out, because I don't want to... Okay, you're not allowed to say, and I never expect to hear that from you again. She said, I never expect to hear that from you again. She said he's a... That's terrible. Terrible.
Then, as the crowd cheered, Trump walked around waving his arms, feigning disapproval and reprimanding her, the lady who called out the term, making it clear he was only doing so because the news media was watching.
So I want to just tell you right now, ma'am, you're reprimanded, okay? Can she stay? Can she stay? So, for the press, this is a serious reprimand, just so the press knows.
Nonetheless, the latest polls in New Hampshire show Trump leads the GOP field there by better than 2-1, with Ohio Governor John Kasich and 3 others virtually tied for second place, far behind. One of them, Senator Marco Rubio, appears to have had his dramatic momentum in Iowa seriously stalled out after repeating the same phrases over and over again in a weekend debate.
And let's dispel once and for all with this fiction that Barack Obama doesn't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. We are not facing a president that doesn't know what he's doing. He knows what he is doing.
Governor Chris Christie called Rubio an amateur repeating rehearsed lines.
This notion that Barack Obama doesn't know what he's doing is just not true.
There it is.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
The memorized 25-second speech.
Well, that's the reason why this campaign.
But on CBS this morning, Rubio doubled down.
Core of this campaign is that statement, and I am going to continue to say it. Barack Obama is deliberately carrying out a strategy to change America. He wants to redefine this country.
But Rubio appears to have lost some ground to Kasich and Bush in the polls. They've assembled major volunteer organizations on the ground in New Hampshire.
We got the best army in New Hampshire. They're going to knock on everybody's doors, whether it rains, whether it snows, it doesn't matter. We're marching, and we're going to have a great Tuesday.
Before his supporter took on Cruz in the evening with Trump's wink and a nod approval, the frontrunner traded insults with Jeb Bush.
He's like a child. He's like a spoiled child. He spent $110 million on a campaign, and he's nowhere.
Bush fired back in a tweet, calling Trump a liar and a whiner.
He doesn't have the temperament to be president, and whenever I have a chance to describe what I think about him, I'm going to do it.
Again, anybody who probably doesn't finish in the top 4 in New Hampshire probably has real trouble going on to South Carolina. And I think if you don't have a strong showing in the first 2 states and the requisite resources to really start waging real campaigns across the board, it becomes pretty difficult.
The latest poll for the Democrats in New Hampshire shows Bernie Sanders running 10 points ahead of Hillary Clinton, who acknowledges she has an uphill fight there, making an 11th-hour appeal at a Monday night rally.
Please consider giving me the chance to do this job for you. I will get up every day and do all that I can to make a real difference.
But stats like this showing younger women in Iowa chose Bernie Sanders over Clinton by a 6-1 margin prompted Clinton supporters like former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright to warn younger women over the weekend.
Just remember, there's a special place in hell for women who don't help each other.
That did not go over so well with some younger women who support Sanders.
As a feminist, I'm not interested in voting for someone solely because they're a woman. I don't think that that does us any good. So I am not against Hillary by any means, but I'm for Bernie.
And feminist icon Gloria Steinem probably didn't help much either when she explained why young women are attending Bernie Sanders events, telling Bill Maher on HBO.
When you're young, you're thinking, you know, where are the boys? The boys are with Bernie.
Steinem later apologized on Facebook for, quote, what's been misinterpreted as implying young women aren't serious in their politics. Now, one more thing. Former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg confirmed today that he is indeed considering running for president as an independent third-party candidate. Bloomberg told the Financial Times the voters deserve a lot better than what they're getting from the Democrats and Republicans so far. And Jeff and Lena, he's ready to step in.
Yeah. Well, Dave, what do we look for tonight and tomorrow in the New Hampshire primary? As your political scientist said there, the top four is really what we're looking for. So who's under the biggest pressure, you think?
A lot of the candidates are under pressure, and let me tell you why. First of all, this is close to a must-win for Donald Trump. He's been leading in the polls in New Hampshire as he led in Iowa, but hasn't won anything yet. He needs a win to back up his words. If he wins as expected, the pressure is then on the four candidates behind him in the polls, Governor Kasich, Senators Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio, and former Governor Jeb Bush. Whoever finishes last among them will likely have trouble heading into South Carolina. On the Democratic side, everyone expects Bernie Sanders to win. If he doesn't, he'll be in trouble heading to South Carolina, too. And Hillary Clinton needs to avoid a blowout in New Hampshire. That would be a serious setback for her campaign. Lena?